Super excited. I am off on an adventure today. I am going to one of our outlying villages for a fibre workshop hosted by the CWA, all about using our blending boards. I've had my blending board for maybe 18 months, 2 years now, and I think I've used it twice. So I'm very excited to go learn how to use it properly, try and get some inspiration. So join me in the craft room and we're going to pack for a day out of town doing a fibre workshop. So step one. Project bags up here. Let's take a look at what we've got to choose from. Lots of options, but I need something that will fit all my fibres. What else do I need to put in my bags? So I'm going to take my fibres, my spinning wheel. My blending board is in a box, so really I only need to fit my fibres. So maybe if I take this one, let's get this bag out. I think would be a great one. I love this one. I made it for the Bookish Knitters Society. It's huge, lots of pockets and helpful. It's the Maker's Tote in the small version, and I patchworked it. So I'm going to grab that, but I am also going to grab my full size one. So obviously this one doesn't have as good an interfacing, but being the larger version, it's good because I can fold it up. So I'm going to grab that one out as well. So they're the two that I had in mind. I don't think I really need anything else. Yeah, just having a quick check of what I've got just to make sure. Okay, project bag acquired. Let's pop that away. Felt and fibres box. Okay, so let's take a look. Just a little bit full. Okay, so obviously lots of felt that I don't need. I do have this, so this is all merino fibre, so I'm definitely taking that. That's the fibre that I used when I did this dyeing over here. So I want to take that. This is just cheap Spotlight stuff, so I don't necessarily want to take that, but I do have some nicer stuff in here. So I've got yep, so that's wool as well, so I'll just chuck that in. I have some rose fibre, which is really soft and beautiful. I feel like that's maybe a bamboo. I'd have to have a look. I bought that in a D-stash. That's some leftover from some spinning that I did, so I might just chuck that in because I can recycle it. More Spotlight. That's all Spotlight fibre that I mainly use for kid craft and stuff like that. That is banana fibre. So that's pretty cool. So I'll chuck that in. More Spotlight stuff. Some flax. I think that's banana still as well. And what else have I got? So that's merino. I feel like it's merino anyway. So weaving fibres, leftover from others. Felt. What else have we got in here? I don't even know what that is. I feel like that might be the cheap stuff as well. Yeah, it feels... Oh yes, and then I've got this, I think that's alpaca. I can't even remember. Oh my god. So this is why I'm going to a class, because I have all this stuff and it's like it's sitting in here going to waste. And yeah, okay, so let's take all that. So look how much that opens up my box already. So let's try the purple one first. Go big white one in. Yeah, that's not going to work, is it? It's surprising because I mean the box isn't that much bigger than the bag. So let's go base fibres, pop those in. I will go through my invoices and stuff and work out what all of these fibres are, so that I've got them for future reference. I'm pretty sure these are banana. My goodness, look how full that is. That's just leftover, but it's scrap, so let's pop it in. Before I close that up though, over here I do have a carding brush, so I'm going to grab that. And you know, actually what I might grab as well is up here in yarn tools, I have a drop spindle. It does still have some yarn on it, but I can pull that off if I decide to use it. So I'm going to chuck that in. Okay, so add in drop spindle and carding brush. My mum is coming with me, so she might even like to have a bit of a play with that maybe. I don't know. So we'll pop that in, zip that up, tuck those ends in a little bit, nice and full. And then fibre box can go back up. Fibre box is up. Two more things I need. My blending board lives up here, so step ladder. And it's got all the brushes and everything in there. And then the last thing I'm planning on taking, I may not need it, but I'm going to take it anyway, is under here. It's a little bit awkward storing stuff under there, but it's such a great space that I don't like to let it go to waste. Spinning wheel. And so that is me all packed, ready to go to a fibre workshop. I am super excited. I'll hope to try and film during the day to take you along with us, and hopefully we should have lots of fun and learn lots, and I'm definitely excited to get this out and have a play. Okay, so I'm home from my workshop. Let's unpack the bag now. So it is slightly fuller than what I left. Whoops, they had a stand there. So, you know, that was never going to end well for my craft budget. But also, like, it was all super cheap. I got this really cute merino braid, hand dyed by the host, and it was like $16 for 100 grams, and that is like so cute. 22 micron. Pretty those colors are. It's amazing. So I'm very excited to spin that one. Haven't really got a plan for it, but it was so pretty I couldn't leave it behind. I have this amazing fiber that I put through the drum carder, which was awesome. That was really fun to do. This is, let me think, is it Shetland crossed with merino? So it's a strange feeling fiber. It's not as smooth and soft as merino, but it is quite soft with a little bit of curl in it. It was washed twice, but I can still really feel the lanolin in it, so that's really fun. Hopefully I can get this spun up, and there might be just enough to make my mum like a really skinny scarf or cowl or something, because she loves the color of that. So that was a gift from the organizers after I got to play with the drum carder and carded that up. So I brought that home. She also gave me this amazing fiber here. So this is a blend. She carded this on the drum, and it was 3. It was this brown one, and then pure merino, and then maybe a Leicester, English Leicester, I think. Maybe that's what this was. Maybe that was English Leicester and merino. There was so many beautiful fibers. They used lots of really unique fibers, the people that came and did it. So the blend with the 3, I got to spin on my drop spindle a little bit of it. So she gave me the rest of it to come home and keep spinning. So that looks really cool. I haven't touched this drop spindle in probably 5 years minimum. I haven't used it since we moved, and we moved 5 years ago. So that will be really fun to get that out and play with again. I did take a carding brush with me. I played with that a bit. And then the rest in there is just my own fibers. So I need to get all those out and put up in my fiber box. I may or may not have run out of space in my bag, and also bought this. I've had a big morning, friends. So how cute is this box? It's a mixed pack of fibers. So there's some merino in there. There's some Angora from goats. There is, I don't even know, I think that's more Angora. And then this is sari silk. This is a really fun pack that they make up specifically for using on blending boards. So I am super excited to finally get my blending board out and use more regularly and make something with this. I'm not 100% sure yet. I think I need to look at it for a little bit longer. So this afternoon's job will be to get all of this back up into my fiber box, except for maybe the brown. I might keep the brown out and put in my spinning wheel bag, and maybe even I might try and spin this afternoon. So it has been carded on the drum carder, so it is a bat ready to go. So literally all I need to do is strip it down and start spinning. It does have a reasonably long staple on it, but not as long as the Leicester. And like, look how long that draw on that is. That's amazing. So I'm going to keep this out to use with my drop spindle. I might even go pop that on my trolley, because that will be a really fun thing to do of an evening. I'll pop this in my spinning wheel bag so I can get it spun up. And look, it's not a huge amount. That's literally the entirety of it. But I feel like if I spin it right and then maybe even ply it with something, I might even ply it with that paler brown. Like, it's grey, but it's a warm, like that could work really well plied together. So that's the plan. It's been a really fun day. I'm so glad I went. It was like a 40-minute drive, and I got new pretties, which is always a plus. I got to hang out with my mum, and I got some tips on how to make the most of my blending board. So I will definitely post some more videos about my adventures in spinning and blending. Be sure to hit subscribe to follow along. Thanks for joining me today.